All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Young to throw it. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Young to throw it. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 52 yards. From the red zone now, Young. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The first carry now. This is Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. After the run, Savage going to throw now. It's caught. Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Savage. The left side completion to Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Savage. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to.
Jarvis Landry. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a second down throw for Young. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Savage. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
Savage now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Alone to the right is Jones. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And some room to roam now. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A 2nd down throw for Young. Well, stays, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for Young. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
368!
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. Going underneath for Lewis. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
2-2. Move.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's round.
Young on third down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 57 yards. On 1st and 10, Young looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cox. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Passing, it's Dalton. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Andy Dalton now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. And it'll be Dalton again. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing well.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Final play of the half, Young. And this one is incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This is Lewis, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try again with Lewis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 368. Go. We're good.
On 3rd down, Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, Young flushed out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Second down, Young. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Dalton off play action. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll go option to the short side. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. Hey. You go on the ball.
Dalton here from the gun. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
368. Go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Young on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Young off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll make it third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on third down, Young. And incomplete here on third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out come the Titans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. Smith catches left side. A big play that time for the Titans. 58 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And Dalton to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, this is blocked. The Browns have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Young on 3rd and 2. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 42 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Young. Trying to improvise. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw, Young. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's Dalton. This complete to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young now after the fumble recovery. Shakes off the sack. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ohio! Ohio!
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. That's Njoku over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Young on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They run. This is Lewis. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Play action here with Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And he's got his target. That's more. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they're going option left. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Here's Dalton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
368!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A lot